Brightest blessings, everyone. Psychic medium Elizabeth Grove, the paranormal priestess here. Happy New Year. My gosh, I can't believe that it's New Year's. This year absolutely flew. What an incredible year. What a transformative year. We got through it. Yay. It's just been such a pleasure to start this channel, and I know I've said this, but I have to repeat this because this is really a very big highlight of the year for me, that I was able to start this channel, The Paranormal Priestess, and I am so glad that I did, because it's been such an honor to be able to share with you a lot of the channeled messages that I have gotten, any types of spiritual methods, share some of my paranormal experiences here and there, or anything that I've learned on my spiritual journey and on my twin flame journey. And I'm very, very grateful for it. So that definitely is a highlight for me for 2017. It's been a challenging year, but I have to say that we have gone through so many shifts, and so we need to be really proud of ourselves. We did it. We got through. We absolutely got through, and we are at this last stage now where we are really ready to make a full impact on this planet, even more so. So I'm really, really excited. I will be giving the January messages, but this will also be a 2018 overview. Okay, so this is pretty exciting. Before I get started with the messages, which I will be reading, so they're automatic writing, and I don't want to take anything away from how the angels worded it, but I just wanted to say thank you to those who have been patient. I have been on vacation, Christmas to New Year's, and I just really needed that vacation. I needed to step away for a little while from sessions and also from extraction work that I was doing, because it takes a lot out of me. So doing all of that work, I really just needed to take a breather, and I wasn't able to do that during the summer at all. So I really just needed to just kind of step away and recharge my batteries. So for those who have contacted me and haven't heard from me for about a week, just please know I didn't forget about anybody. I will be getting back into everything full throttle again. I just really needed that from myself, for my balance, and also for my own journey and whatever things I needed to address healing wise. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and I will be starting things back up 2018. For those of you who, actually, before I get started, I want to bring this up because some of you may be new. So if you are new to the channel, if you were just guided to click on this video, it just came up for you, welcome. Welcome to the channel. There may be things in here that you are meant to hear. If you did click on this, I'm sure it probably wasn't an accident. So there are messages in here that most likely there's something personal in here for you. Perhaps your spiritual team kind of pushed you along and guided you to this channel. And if so, I thank them and I thank you. I am a professional medium. I am a divine channeler. I can channel angelic intelligence. I can channel higher selves of twin flames very, very well. All of this very directly. I am also a remote spirit extractor specialist. And this work is really considered a healing work, for those of you who don't realize that. And what it's there for is to truly remove any type of lower being interferences and their energies that would be, preventing the flow of divine processes. So anything that would be interfering. It's not only that it's removing spirits, whether they be souls, whether they be something that's, inhuman, which many times it does, but this is also considered a healing work, and where there's repair being done, and there's activations that are being done. For some, it's uncapping of abilities, so that way you can experience those more so. So whatever my team advises me to do, that's how I do that. All done remotely. It's not astral travel. It's done via the light body vehicle or the Merkaba. So it's the highest level divine removal and healing work available. And I am so very, very happy and pleased that it's been really impacting people in such a positive way, making a difference from what my clients have told me. So just wanted to just put myself out there and just let you know who I am and what I do. I am a twin flame myself, of course, as I stated before. So, you know, I'm on this journey as well. I've been going through many of the processes. I have not come into physical union yet. However, the higher self communication has been very, very direct, and it has really changed my life in so many ways. And I am really excited about sharing these messages. So I don't want to take up any more time. Just wanted to get some of that out before I got started. So, wow. New Year's. This should be a very, very happy message for many of you who may feel that you are lonely, or maybe you're down this New Year's or something like that. And I have to tell you, you're not alone. I cannot stress that enough, that you're not alone, and that so many things are happening for you, and they are happening behind the scenes. The divine is taking care of so much, and so there is so much to be grateful for, and there's so much to be excited about. Okay, so no matter how you're celebrating New Year's, I particularly like to do like a little ceremony and a candle, and write down things and send that out to the universe. However you're choosing to do it, hopefully in just a high vibrational and safe way. Just know that there is so much coming now so quickly within this year that it's going to be pretty amazing. Okay, so without further ado, dearest ones, thank you for listening to our messages and being so very connected to your twin flames over the course of their awakening and the collective clean out and integrating of Christ consciousness energy. All is underway. The month of January is the month where your beloveds who are now coming into awareness are shedding all ego that has been left, so that they may be fully aware of their highest aspects or higher selves. This, of course, includes the awareness of the twin flame union, and they will no longer grapple with the truth that is felt so strongly in the heart center. It is now time to step into physical union, and this will be the theme of the 2018 year, which is the number of the twins. So remember that 2018, this is the 11th year. It is the year of the twin flame union. Love has not been lost. It has been an ongoing process of cleaning out the older 3D programming that has prevented you and your beloved from connecting with your heart centers and your highest aspects. Thus you see that all has fit like a gigantic puzzle that could not have been placed together so perfectly without each and every piece, no matter how frustrating or how impatient many of you have gotten. All has had its rightful place in bringing you to this year so that all would flow in balanced harmony. January will be the month we ask you to begin a new way of thinking. And let this thinking reflect your physical reality with your beloved. For this is where the journey has led. Thoughts within the 5D will be physical 5D thoughts manifested. There is no longer going to be a higher self connection with your beloved in the ways that many of you in separation have gotten accustomed to. And that's important to realize. So if communication with your twin's higher self has somehow severed and you don't feel like you're connecting with them, I don't want any of you to be afraid of this. This has happened on my journey as well. Just take this as that everything is now becoming grounded and physical. Okay? So I just want to make sure and stress that if you are not experiencing the higher self communication like you're used to, that this is actually a good thing and not something to be worried about. It means that all is really moving forward into the manifested union. So they say this was so that you would understand the nature of this union, okay? The higher self communication. That it is not based in the physical vessel union, but based on the energetic heart-centered union where energies are combined and made to add up to more than the sum of its parts. This was so that you would understand that not even time and space could prevent the beloveds from talking, making love, and communicating in many ways that would not be possible between others who are not twin flames. This higher self connection was there to teach you how to love again, truly love unconditional, as well as assist you both with healing so that it would prepare the energetic connection for the final stage of full manifested union. The year of 2018 is the year of the final stage of physicality, so that you may come into full union with your beloved and to experience the miracle of this energetic union within your physical reality. There is much to be accomplished, and so those of you who may still be lingering in doubt, we ask you to let go in January and let us. We have been assisting the entire time. We have never left either of you. Much of what you have experienced, if your sleeping beloved has been, much of what you experienced is your sleeping beloved. But this has been an illusion of the 3D programming that has been a false version or collection of false identity programming that has been projected into the physical reality. So remember that many of those triggers, many of what is upsetting, these are those false identities. And I did a video on that. So you might want to check that out. It was about connecting with your twin's higher self and claiming false identities and all that and triggers. And much of what we see from our beloved, we're awakened and we're watching them, it's an illusion. Okay, that is, it's everything that they have collected over time. Okay, and so now we're talking about that they will be stepping into their higher aspect, the highest aspect rather. Okay, they have not been their true higher aspects, and so this is not going to continue any longer. So please know that. So if you have been triggered by some of what has been happening in the physical reality, please know that that's not their true higher aspects, but the divine is definitely confirming that this will not continue any longer. The beloveds who are now stepping into their true identities are being challenged with believing in this wonderful love story at this time. Okay, so we have awakenings, many, many mass awakenings happening now at this time. We had the 11:11 portal, we had the 12:12, we had the solstice. This divine intervention will be happening through March. So this is the time that things are really being addressed big time here in terms of physical unions. And although the beloveds are awakening, many of them awakened or brought into the awareness of the twin flame. So I just want to make that clear that when I say awaken, I mean the awareness of the connection and not just spiritually awakening, but they still have to be able to understand and to accept this. So just be patient, just be compassionate and respectful of their process. The angels say they're caught between their minds and their hearts, trying to understand where deception may be at play. So remember, the ego tries to step in and pull it apart. And so if this is happening within your dynamic, if you feel it, if you've experienced it physically with your beloved, do not be discouraged. This is just something that they have to go through in order to come to the acceptance, feel it and believe it. You see, dear ones, there is no deception to be found except the lies that the ego mind clings to for safety. And there you go. There will no longer be a safety net. Okay, so not to worry. There will no longer be a safety net. The ego will not have a leg to stand on for very long. The beloved awakening will be liberated, and they will not be able to run from what they are feeling. This feeling will continue to grow and expand, and the beloved cannot shut down their feelings nor attempt to resist the intensity. For with the very last of the attempts to resist, we shall install more of the divine truth that Christ has been revealing. Okay, so the divine absolutely has our backs with this. So please surrender and trust this. 2018 will be glorious. Glorious, they used. And will be love on earth as we have planned for thousands of years. This is unfolding now. And so we ask all of you to connect to this truth and do not fall back into fear that this cannot be possible. With the divine intelligence, all is possible and all is set for your planet. The 2018 year will be a year when all that has been experienced energetically will culminate and integrate and be a true transformation for the planet. We have not failed at this endeavor. That sounds pretty strong. We have not awakened anyone to their beloveds only to leave them alone, confused, and without a beautiful, loving life within the physical. I have to repeat that again for those who are listening. We have not awakened anyone to their beloveds only to leave them alone, confused, and without a beautiful, loving life within the physical. This was the plan all along, we say to you. The longing, the pull, the intensity, the pain, the suffering, these were all to be experienced, to be able to learn, in order to hold the highest of unconditional love frequencies and vibrations upon the planet at this time. This is to be done with your counterparts as the third energy makes its way across the globe in order to transmute as well as activate the collective consciousness. So the physical togetherness absolutely is crucial in order for that third energy. Okay, that to have that third energy be activated. And that third energy activates others and transmutes. So it's very necessary. This is something that's needed, and that's why the divine absolutely steps in with interventions in order to help the twins. The third energy can only be ignited when all levels of energy, all bodies, have become one, which most definitely includes the physical bodies and their energies. Okay? Step into your manifested union as if it has already happened. Be connected to the feeling, the sound, the sights, the touch, and do not try to dismiss this as an illusion. This is not illusion. This is truth. The year 2018 will be filled with joint mission for some, meeting within the physical for the first time for others, and yet others coming back to the physical meeting with the energy that shall sustain a harmonious union which will continue on. Many of you will be making plans to move, and this will be made possible. Okay? And definitely because there are twins that are not living in the same state, and some not even living in the same country. Okay? And I know many have been wondering, well, how in the world is this financially going to happen? Or, what are the details here in order to allow this to happen? And some people may not see their way out of that. I just can't understand how this is going to be made possible. Okay? And they're going to address this. The abundance shall be provided in wondrous ways. So we ask you to believe in the abundance and to know that all will be provided for. Many changes in the physical living shall happen in order for manifested union to take place. And as challenging as these challenges may be, they will be provided for, so please keep the faith and continue to be a co-creator and co-manifester in full knowing that it shall be yours instantly. Those with physical health challenges. Now this is important to mention. Okay, because I had this come up in reading sessions. Those with physical health challenges shall receive the assistance necessary to allow for physical lovemaking and everyday living. Okay? We are here to guide those who are struggling with health to the correct and highest healing modalities from loving and divine healers incarnated here at this time. The year will also bring the new ways of the heart to many fields that have been lacking, such as politics, education, health, business, entertainment, will all be upgraded to fit into the 5D model of heart-centered service. Many thanks to those who are twin flames and are making headway in the physical. As you can see, the physical union has its place indeed, and shall not be something to be missed or refused. This work was promised at the throne of the Mother and Father, and shall be seen through in this lifetime. Lastly, 2018 will be a year where oneness shall become the norm, and hatred and violence will no longer be tolerated. It shall be exposed and thrown out, no longer able to coexist in a world of 5D Christ consciousness energy. These crimes shall not be under the surface. They will not be ignored. They will not be swept under the rug in shame, but rather dealt with in a just manner in order to bring awareness and healing. This is the time of love, honor, and divine awareness. The old 3D paradigm, crumbling faster and faster, is to be replaced. This is the message we wanted to relay and make clear to all those who are listening. Feel this message in your heart and know its validity. And so, very, very, very powerful messages for January, for the year 2018, the 11 year. And I have to say, as I was getting these messages, as I was typing them, I was feeling my crown really open up. I was feeling some of the emotions as well. And I know with being a channeler all these years, been doing this for a long time, that what I feel in my body is also very valid, telling me the truth, telling me that these messages are valid. And so I am truthfully really looking forward, but staying free of, expecting. And when I say that, I mean in terms of expecting exact things. Can we definitely see that unions are set to be that final stage, that they will happen, that it cannot be missed, and all things are being addressed, and both sides, both counterparts are being addressed? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, there's no doubt. But I am absolutely surrendering and not sticking or clinging to any type of expectation of how that will happen. So I am really going to leave that to the divine. But as I was saying in the last upload, that it is really the time to claim your union. Okay, I can't stress that enough. Really connecting to that energy and realizing that it is happening now. And by claiming it, you're claiming that energy, you're intending it, and it's going to help manifest it even that much more. So it's going to raise your vibration. It's going to connect you to it. So absolutely affirm and claim your union. Okay? And know that all the pieces of the puzzle all fit, no matter how distressful some of them have been. 2017 was not the easiest of years. However, do I feel it was truly impactful? Oh my gosh, yes. Have so many of us found ourselves, stepped into our higher selves, stepped into our empowerment, really stepped into our missions with confidence and trust in the divine? Oh my gosh, yes. Have we changed in ways which so quickly? This year, I think, has really shifted so many of us so quickly, more so than any other year. And I know that there was a lot of emotions and purging, and there's still some emotions that are still coming up. There's still, of course, ascension symptoms that we are feeling throughout our bodies. But it has been an amazing year. All those cosmic events that happened over the summer, what we just had in terms of cosmic events, And really just being able to be with ourselves has been a true gift. I know it has for me. So even if many of you have found that people have been taken out of your life, circumstances have been taken out of your life, you feel, of course, very, very different towards life because you have left the 3D. Definitely have left the 3D, many in the 4D, and now moving on into the 5D. Sometimes it can come across very, very lonely, but please know that every single thing that's been taken out has been for the highest of reasons. And that's because you are vibrating at a higher level than ever before, faster frequency. And so there are people who are just not going to match that. There's going to be circumstances that are not going to match that, environments that are not going to match that. And so you are right where you should be, is what I'm trying to say. You are where you should be. And for those of you who I have worked with, and I hear back from you, and some of these emails have been incredible in terms of how you have connected more so with your twin higher self, how you've done the healing, the inner work that's been coming up in the sessions, and how it's really shifted things for those who were meant to have extraction work. And I was able to do that, and you were able to tell me just how much different that was and how things were able to move forward again. That's a true blessing. That's a true, true blessing. And so those are the things that I am so grateful for from 2017. And it's only going to get better and better. Okay, and so kudos to you guys for sticking it out and really stepping into your self-mastery, no matter how hard or challenging some days have been. Just know it's not all for nothing. Definitely not. I think this message would have definitely changed your mind on that, hopefully. We are getting all the help and all the assistance that we need. Don't be afraid to ask. Prayer work, I would definitely suggest, especially the affirming and claiming your union, but also asking Archangel Michael as well as Archangel Cassiel of the universe, Mother God, Goddess, Father God, Jesus Christ, to remove any and all interferences, whether it be people or entities, to remove that out of your union, out of your life aspects, your beloved aspects, and your union aspects. I think that's a really great thing to do every day, and to ask Archangel Michael to cut any type of negative cording on your beloved as well. So I'm always one for prayer work. You do definitely what's comfortable for you. And I think I'm going to leave it at that, and I am wishing everyone a healthy, peaceful, positive, and magical new year. And you may want to just take the time to just maybe even, light a candle and put some angel music on and write down some of your goals or your wishes or resolutions if some of you do that. Whatever feels right. Even writing a letter of even thanks to the universe for the year. I mean, that's a great thing to do too. But however you're spending it, I know here it's like 15 degrees in New York. There would be no way, no one could absolutely get me to go and see the ball drop in New York City. No. But it's just not how I would be comfortable doing that anyway. So I'm going to be celebrating it in a very ceremonious, comfortable, and warm way. And I'm wishing everyone just a beautiful New Year's. The website is theparanormalpriestess.com. You can visit me on there. I'm also on Facebook. You can like the page, The Paranormal Priestess. I just ask if you are interested in a reading. I do have to check to see if you are a vibrational match, because everything I do is for highest good. Please don't try to schedule any type of reading off of Facebook. Definitely email me. It's the best way to get in touch with me, and you could do so through the site, through theparanormalpriestess.com. And I'm also on Twitter, ParaPriestessYT, so happy to be connected with all of you. And remember, from the heart of the darkness is born the light. Brightest blessings to all of you. Thank you, subscribers, and welcome to those who are new. Take care. Happy New Year.